Oh my god.
Better. Ooh, well, was some exciting back and forth.
That was fun. That was very, very fun to watch. Guys in the chat, I'm sorry if it wasn't your boy that won in that one, but that was a very, very good game. Very, very good game. My God, I don't know whether we're going to get in terms of. I don't know. I don't know what the next game holds. To be quite honest, for us, Florencio, we've had some really, really good games. Some really, really good games.
Yeah, it's been like you said, a lot of very aggressive approaches because it's a one chance.
Yeah,
What you
exactly.
think was gonna win that last game? I don't know these players, so I'm learning them firsthand.
I think Lightside. It's only because of the build order and the execution. As I said for PvP, I think the experience of playing Protoss, which is why if I
Yeah,
were to allow or Legion were to allow like Jim Rising and Starkiller to play their main races, there would be no competition. Lightside would
oh, yeah,
probably get absolutely destroyed. Putting somebody a little bit better and making him play an off race versus somebody who knows the game. I'd say he's a solid GM player, Lightsider. You've then got a game there. The mechanics there for Starkiller kept him in the game, if that makes sense.
hmm
The control kept him in the game. He just didn't have that extra bit of knowledge of right. This is what I need to do in this position. Do you know what I mean? Like a normal
that's
Protoss player would
exactly what I
have.
was talking about. It's like those things where if you're not the Protoss player and you're playing against one in a higher level, details are very important. Just timings of scouting, just him scouting the potential of a proxy, and you making the proxy too obvious of a place where a normal player would do it as well. It just gives him an opportunity to scout it versus you taking that and going, well, I normally put it here, it gets scouted, so I'm starting to put it here, which a little further, but has more impact.
Mm.
So I think that's one of those things that you catch that you're like, I didn't think he was gonna scout it.
Oh, to be honest, same here. And if he didn't scout it, now the funny thing is, guys, when you don't scout the 3 gateway attack and you're going Stargate units, there's one thing happens and one thing happens only, and they're called stalkers. So he has about 6 to 9 stalkers when you have about 4 stalkers, and like 1 phoenix or 2 phoenixes. It's like not even that much. And then the 9 stalkers come in, and because of the sheer mass of those early units, you just win the game. Now that would have worked out. That was almost a build order counter, but that efficient scouting, he played safe. Lightsider didn't want anything to stop him from getting into that next round.
Yeah, you come in, right? You get as a Protoss, you go in, you scout 2 gateways and a gas. You're like, okay, did this tons of times. Why do you have a second gas? And then if you do have a second gas, what are you doing with it right now? It doesn't make sense other than you're probably proxying me or you're gonna do. So just being a natural Protoss player at that level, you kind of catch thing where you're like, I can scout that you're doing something sneaky, right? Now I just gotta
Exactly, and
find
it's the
it.
small things in mirror matchups. It's the very small things that can turn your game or your series versus anybody into a win. Just a simple case of scouting in that game. There was literally that scouting put Starkiller further back, but then when you do play that main race, you know how to then punish that going forward, and that was
Yeah,
such a good game, such a good game to watch.
Yeah, it was a really good back and forth. I was really curious what the Templars were going to be for and how the disruptors were going to be used because those are the biggest things with disruptors. If you don't have revelation on his army to catch him really good, or if you don't have observers and positions, your disruptors are going to be not so um, impactful.
Absolutely, absolutely. We were looking for some big balls in that one, big ball plays.
Bombs. Oh yeah.
We did see some of them, but they weren't to the magnitude of what he needed to get back into that game. He did a very good job at holding. Now, guys, that was definitely one of the more prestigious players that we have in this tournament, but there are more games to go. Because remember, these guys are from 4.9k to 5.5k. There is every opportunity to cheese. And even that dog notices that there is a chance to win. That's why he wants to come into the tournament as well. So there'd be future invitationals coming forward. So I definitely suggest you follow in this stream. Go onto the match arena if you know any one of the players, and please use a coupon tester because these players are battling it out. Every single game they play, they could be out of the tournament. So everything matters. Every second matters in each one of these games.
I actually know or played these two players before. Molten.
So played Molten before. Oh, buddy.
This is gonna be interesting.
Oh, buddy, boy.
He's been playing for a long time. I've known him since.
80 viewers in the chats, boys. Let us know what you're feeling. Let us know. Give us a follow. Who do you want to win? Protoss, Zerg, Terran. They're all the races here. Hybrid. If you want to be really cool. Right. Okay. Do you want to introduce your first player?
Yep. On the bottom left, our Protoss player representing Gold Masters, Gold members.
Gold Masters. You got it right.
It is Molten SC.
On the top right hand side, wearing the green flip flops, it is from the Red Dragons, a UK, well, mainly UK team. It is Rainmaker, aka Rain. Just in case someone in the chat goes, oh, he doesn't have Maker in his name. So, we do have a gateway first from Molten here. Now, I don't know. Now, what does this achieve here? What does putting that pylon there achieve, Florencio? Enlighten us in the chat. Enlighten us for the chat.
For a Terran player, it's probably going to be for a Reaper deny, just to deny that Reaper from coming up that direction. That's the only reason you would put a pylon and a gateway on that position. Just kind of helps out from those pesky directions, like you're almost going to kill it and it just escapes. We don't want that.
Absolutely. So the idea is to try and deny vision from the Terran, to stop him from looking at that tech building, that Stargate Twilight Robo. Is that correct?
It's more just to maybe kill it if you can possibly kill it, because Reapers have 9 lives. Feels as Protoss. So you're going to see like a Cybernetics Core probably up there and eventually block that spot. So we'll see.
Have the expansion coming down, a Reaper expand and a Nexus before Cybernetics Core. Now, what this means, guys, is there is going to be no rush of a unit. He may send the unit across a map, but it's not really early adept, as we saw in the last, or in our first series, where the adept got so much damage done. By the time this adept comes across the map, there should be around about 3 Marines that are on the field, so they should be able to push this away.
Yeah, this is looking like a macro game. This is looking like a normal higher level game where it's going to take it to at least a 15 to 20 minute game. I'm excited to see what their approach to it is. You think 1-1-1 Reaper what medevac drops, or
but because he's because he's not opened up the gas first, I don't expect him to do anything like Banshees or anything like that. But what I do expect him to do is do a mine drop, something to do some damage. Oh my god, we see a Twilight Council now, guys in the chat. Florencio, are we going to see our first game of DTs? Is this going to happen?
I would really hope so, but having the Twilight Council right there makes it very potentially obvious. So it's like I want it to be, but if that was somewhere else, I would say it was going to happen. And now I think this is going to be your Blink Stalker or Charge Lot.
Okay.
Badly.
Sadly, okay. All right, guys in the chat, let's have a look. The Reaper comes in, scouts the Twilight Council. Scouts the Twilight Council, not researching anything at the moment, but doesn't see a DT. Try and hear. Yep. Oh my god, he's coming down in the natural. Florencio.
Oh, shoot.
Oh my god, some of his dirty tricks have come into this. Dave Tester, which is one of the main organisers of this tournament, wanted to see some of these DTs. Dave, be patient. Okay. Be patient.
I would, as a Terran player, not make any more mules, just in case, because you saw the Twilight. What do you think when you see a Twilight when you're a Terran player? Potentially, maybe, is one of those DT rushers.
Could be. With the Robo, he's definitely going to be going for the Warp Prism, so he's got to try and get some damage done here. Definitely got to try.
Turn into like an Archon drop. Yeah, turns them into Archons after the first dose of DT attacks, and then makes them into Archon drops. Yeah, that might be interesting to see. 3 gateways.
Just to clarify, Dave that's organising the tournament and Dave that's playing are 2 completely different people. People are thinking they were the same person. Hashtag rigged would have been it. But at the moment, right now, what can the Terran do here? Oh my god, he's got the missile turrets up. He's got the
Try
missile.
to hit 2 spots. Yeah, I mean that's what he's. You see how the Terran player's like, okay, even though I didn't see the dark sign, should watch out for it.
Oh, he doesn't want to lose these DTs, but I don't think he will actually. Oh my god. DTs run like Usain Bolt. Third base is along the way for Molten. So technically he's still ahead, but Rain going for the Marine Tank Banshee. Called it quite early on in the game. If it isn't a mine drop, it's Marine Tank Banshee. And right now we see the Banshee into the main base. And do we have any observers here? We have no observers. Molten's in a lot of trouble here. Rain coming into the main base, going into the natural here, and he's going to pick up a lot of kills. This could be game-ending damage. Rain has completely played a blinder on this. Completely countered the DTs. Oh, was your mic?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, my headphone turned off or silent. What was it? Slept or something? I don't know. Conserves energy. It just did that right now, so I couldn't hear anything. It's weird.
Oh my god.
Would have known. I would have bought it.
And right now we do see the worker counts even. And you know what that means for a Terran, don't you? That means they are ahead.
Those are strong units.
They're good units.
I mean, he's got Cyclones. He's got Ravens for the Cyclone potential. For the what is it? For the Colossus potential.
Yep.
Right. So he's ready. He's looking good. Oh, but there's
The right micro.
those DTs. Those DTs are harassing the natural. That's really good for Protoss. We already got a third. Something Terrans really hate, that Protoss can take a third faster.
While this was happening, both of these players are doing 2 or 3 things at the same time. And while that's happening, Rain got some damage done in the main base of Molten. And right now, they're just trading shots left and right to where Molten is still behind in workers. And Rain looks like he's going to be trying to take Molten out for Red Dragons. Red Dragons could be proceeding. We're not too sure at this point in time, but at the moment, it's looking very good for Rain. I'm not going to lie.
Rain's getting a third right now. He doesn't have keeping his mules probably for the third. Once he gets that third up, he'll just
pump units out. Yeah, absolutely. But the third base is rather late, so that does indicate to me around 7 to 9 minutes you're looking for a stim push. Okay. Now the reason why it's 7, it depends how fast that he puts the stim on the barracks. If you put it down and you don't get the Raven, that's why this is so late. So right now we do have the stim and the combat shields on the way. So we're expecting a 8.5 minute to 9 minute push. Now he's looked to be hitting hard and making the Protoss player bite the pillow in this regard. He's whispering in his ear and he's thinking, buddy, you didn't get damage done with the DTs. Now you're going down. Molten has to defend this. With the second Robo coming down, it looks like he's going to be going into mass Colossus.
Yeah, he does have a third, so I would say as long as he knows when the Terran player is coming towards him, he can slow him down. Because once the tanks are sieged, it's done. You're
Absolutely.
not gonna get in through that. The Raven's not gonna allow the Colossus to be used. Probably gonna use 2 energies to pretty much get the Colossus disruptor. Whoever you choose, two Colossus are gonna be just all that.
Yeah, absolutely. You definitely need a mass of them. I completely agree.
Matrix, yeah.
Oh, that DT got absolutely deleted. I believe he had a family. 100 to 123 supply in favour of Rain. Rain looks to be pushing out of the map. Almost about the 8:30 mark, I'd like to say. That was on me on that one, but Rain is pushing forward. Stim and combat shields and +1 are done. This is Rain's timing. Guys in the chat, if you're rooting for Molten to hold, please give him your energy because he's going to need it right now.
I think as long as he can keep this from there you go.
Oh, that was huge.
Keep engaging.
Now, if anything could have messed up Rain's day, it's definitely a death ball. All right, and then we're not talking about the Protoss death ball. We're talking about this big boy here, the big boy, the disruptor.
Oh yeah.
Oh buddy.
Turns on 3 bases, catching up, but now we got Protoss on 4 base. There is a Banshee still doing more damage, or actually about to do damage.
Oh, this is beautiful. But Rain's got to watch out here. Rain's walking into his opponent's army here.
Lost the Banshee.
Banshee's been lost on the other side. And at the moment, there's a huge army here from Rain. Rain, better watch out. Now
That's a
with
tank that's very big.
now what's really
The
important
tank, the
with
whole
this,
reason.
really important with the
Yeah.
Raven with the full energy, he needs to get that Matrix down, and both the Colossus takes them completely out of this game, which is why Molten Sin, he's gone for the Raven and he's thinking, right, I need to go for units that I can get a mass of, and that's the Disruptors, because he can't keep making Colossus, because otherwise his opponent is going to just mass Viking and win the game, and he looks like he's going to be making Vikings now.
Oh, we had a DT in
Oh.
rain space just doing some havoc.
Oh my god. Well, Goldmasters have got to be happy right now with Molten. He has absolutely decimated the third. And we do see a massive drop in the main base. Oh my god, I didn't even see that, Florencio.
Didn't even see that either. I was paying attention to the top.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he did stand a flank of was it medevac?
Oh, he doesn't want to lose all the units. Oh, well, that's changed. That's definitely changed the aspect of this game. 3 base versus 2. They're basically, I would say, quite even at this point, even if all bases are mined out, because the second base is going to be mined out a little bit. Molten's still got a chance. The army value is 70 to 86. That's not a lot ahead for the Terran. The Terran's moving across the map with all of his units. He's got a couple of Vikings. He's got 1 Raven, couple of Medevacs, and he's going to lose some of these Marines. He needs those Marines. 1-1 versus the +1 of Molten. Molten is going for it. He's even pulled a probe as well because he thinks, you know what, let's go. Oh, the balls! The double balls go out. Oh! Right now, that did huge damage to Rain here. Rain's following down in units. Molten, has he come back in this game? Oh, this is going to be close. It's just Stalkers and Disruptors versus his Marauders. This is such a close. I don't know who to call it here.
It's close. I definitely go back and regroup if I'm Molten.
Now,
we don't want to.
If this doesn't show you these guys are playing to the absolute limits of their ability, this game is going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Rain is holding again against his push, and Molten somehow comes in the lead. We do see a drop coming out for Rain here.
Drop.
My God, Florencia.
Waiting for him.
Yeah.
Oh, we got attack at 2 DTs at the third of Rain. That's
Oh
gonna slow
my
it down.
God. Oh my God, this is looking not very good for Molten, but he's already got the 2 DTs here ready.
Yeah, we're ready. Up. Scan took care of that.
Deleted.
That's good, but it gave time.
No, he has to get away with these medevacs. He doesn't want to lose these medevacs.
Doesn't want to lose them.
Oof.
2 stalkers trying to get that mission. Might blink one more time. Nope.
This game has flipped itself on its head. At the moment, Red Dragon's final player, Rain, in the first round could be taken out here by Molten. He's opened up with DTs. He got countered by Rain, but unfortunately wasn't able to do enough damage in this one. Losing his third. This is why we're at this point. He's now got this third back.
A drop the top left, and we have a prism on top right.
Oh,
more DTs went up.
I mean, are there any? There are some scans available, so this shouldn't do too much damage. To be fair, could kill a couple of units. Yeah, absolutely. So it was a very good hold. But then he has to divert his army. Exactly, you're right. Good diversion. Third base goes down. Rain, 78 supply. And oh my God,
the recall. I like the recall again.
Oh, the cannon, and the stalkers. Oh, this is dead.
Oh.
79 to 56 supply at the moment. Oh my God, how this game has been turned. I can imagine Rain sitting there. Rain is sitting there fuming. I would be fuming if I was a Terran player, but he still has a chance. 56 army supply, 285. Oh my God, I've just looked at Molten's army. 1 Colossus, a lot of hallucinations. That's right, let's make loads of void rays just randomly. And he's got 2 Colossus there now with loads of stalkers. I mean, Rain could do a little bit of damage here.
Yeah, let's see how the force fields work. I don't think the force fields are going to be used.
Molten's caught out of position here, trying to kill the gateway.
Wants to get out faster. Doesn't want to get stuck.
Oh, doesn't want to get hit by another ball. 86 to 161. Molten is running away with this game. GG comes down and Molten goes forward to the quarterfinals. It was looking dire. It was looking like he was dead.
He held that army from going to his base, so that was the biggest situation for Protoss.
What a game.
You gotta keep him from getting to your base.
What a game, boys and girls. That was insane. Absolutely insane. Let's get some light on me at the moment because I'm absolutely dark. Get some light on me. I'm getting lighter and lighter here. There we go. Yeah. Get the filters and the properties getting me back on track. Get some brightness up, perhaps. No. But yeah, absolutely crazy game so far. How are you feeling about the tournament in general? The levels of the players, stuff like that. What do you think? The game's been pretty close. Are you enjoying yourself, Florencio?
Yeah, I'm having a good time. They're trying to win it, doing what they can do. They're using their experience to try to win this tournament. I think it's good. I think some of them are throwing some very complicated techniques,
Absolutely,
making them. To
absolutely.
see who.
And right now, with how long have we been live at the moment for? 2 hours? 2 hours we've been live for?
I think so.
We've got the last 2 games before we go into the quarterfinals, and then that's 4 games, 2 games, and then 1 game. So we've got 7 more games after the next 2. So we've got Flicker Wisp and Viper. After the next 2 games, ladies and gentlemen, we will take a 5-minute break just to get some water, sort ourselves out a little bit more so that you guys can cheer on your guys further on into this tournament. Just to let you know. Just to let you know. Oh, sorry, Dave. Go on.
Oh, sorry, guys. Oof. Big oofers. Guys, good job. Players, kick-ass games. Florencio, I gotta ask you before you both go. I have to interrupt all of our fantastic players waiting to ask how you guys are doing. Florencio, how's your experience with this virgin from the UK over here, Gamer Richie?
Oh, he's great. He's a really good caster. Very entertaining. Keeps me learning how to do this a little bit better each time I try to do this.
Richie, how are you enjoying your time with Mr. Florencio?
Oh,
here?
absolutely. The amount of stories that we've had in terms of Protoss, the
Oh,
amount of strategies that we have seen at the moment, Florencio has just enlightened us into the meaning of what cheese is, and I've really enjoyed that.
Dude, you have to earn that Nexus hat. He invented the Nexus hat. Like, come on, he's one of a kind, Richie. I just figured you two would have a.
Oh,
I just envisioned like you two would be like fucking having a blast because you guys you embody passion for StarCraft in the whole community, in my opinion. So that's both of you. That's hats off, pun intended, to both of you. But I wanted to take a second, if it's okay with you guys, to let everybody know the Wu-Tang Cup finals for Team Legion are tomorrow. Florencio, if you're around, if you happen to be bored on something, like that's not going to take long. If you ever wanted random stuff, Wu-Tang is a tournament that basically consists of Masters players coaching people that just made it into Diamond 3. And it's definitely an interesting tournament, to say the least. There's definitely cheese. There's definitely whatever. The guys learn like one build, and it's pretty entertaining. But it's a small prize pool tournament. I just wanted to put that out there. The finals there, and our team leader, Daragaz, the owner of Team Legion, wanted to remind us all and let the community know we have a new website launch coming where you can buy Legion merchandise from Shopify. And we're hoping to sneak in eventually some Gamer Richie Stim and Win gear on there, and maybe we can coordinate something with Florencio too to help hook a brother up. You know what I'm saying? One day,
buddy, the Sewer Mermaid.
But that takes we distribute. You know, we got to figure that out. But the Sewer Mermaid himself. Thank you guys, and thanks everybody. What fucking killer games, right?
Yeah, no, thank you, Dave. Thank you, Dave.
But sorry, I'll leave you guys alone. I didn't mean to pull it, man.
That's okay.
I didn't know the world.
You got your DT game, right? You got your DT game?
Oh yeah, but he didn't have enough DTs. He's not enough fucking DTs for me. He needs like fucking 20 DTs per volley, and then. But Molten, I'm just breaking balls, man. I love you. I'm gonna have to watch more Molten now. Thank you for inviting him in, Richie too. I like his style.
Brilliant, good. Well, thank you, Dave, and enjoy yourself for these next couple of games.
Yeah, and you guys keep it up and let us know when you need to take a break too. You guys do you too, you know, whenever you feel comfortable or whatever. So
absolutely,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we'll probably
gotta look out for the casters as well as the players. You guys are fucking killing it. It's hilarious and amazing.
How bright that is. How bright I am. Okay, brilliant. Cheers, Dave. Thank you very much.
Later, guys.
Thank you.
Easy.
Put the contrast down, opacity down. Sorry, I'm just turning myself down here so that I can. You can see myself a little bit better now.
Oh.
Which is good.
Gamer Richie, I hate to interrupt, but there was one thing in the actual break. We would like to juice the volume for Florencio on your stream.
We'd like to. Sorry, I didn't hear that.
We'd like to give Florencio a little more gusto on your volume side. I apologize for the amateur interruption, if you will, but
That's okay. That's not a problem.
if we can take a moment for that. It's
Of course. Not a problem at all. Queue in when you need to after this next game. All right, and we can do that for sure. And you can see me a lot clearer now. Right, guys. So we have to jump onto NA now. Florencio, if you could come out, jump onto NA, because we have some North Americans that want to play against each other, and they're tired of all this EU chat. So, guys, in the chat we have Viper versus. Let me have a look very quickly. Flicker Wisp, which is Colin. We have a Canadian versus someone from the US of A. Please let me know who you're rooting for in the chat. Please let me know if you think Zerg are dirty. Please let me know if you think Protoss are the ultimate race. It really would help in the chat, boys and girls. And who will win the tournament? At the moment, we've seen so far a lot of very cheesy builds. Quick games, long games, macro games, back and forth games. You're seeing it all here because they're playing for one chance only to get that prize pool of over $200, which is unprecedented in a minor tournament like this. An invitational of this MMR scale is definitely unheard of, as what I would say. So /join and Legion Mars. In that one, Legion Mars. This is the first tournament that will be put up from Legion. There will be more invitationals coming forward, and I would like to plug in something at the end of the stream, something that could be coming up for another invitational. And I believe Dave Legion himself wants to be able to start sharing that. If your esports group, or if you yourself want to hold tournaments, you want to, invest in your stream a little bit more, please don't hesitate to contact any one of us. More than happy to. It'd be really, really good. That process of getting those players on for as little as $30 to $50, you could easily hold your own tournament anywhere. And that's what's beautiful about this time when everybody's at home. So,
who's the next matchup?
So next matchup is Flicker Wisp versus Viper, and it is a ZVP. Two very, very aggressive players, but also two players that can play both ways. Very aggressive, very macro.
Oh yeah, I like that. How did StarCraft know how to transition into your different macros, micros, cheese into natural, standard, or standard into cheese? Oh, it's really good if you know how to transition smoothly.
Absolutely. Give me a while now to see all the create lobbies here. There we go. WCS Game Hub. I'm Zergomatic at the moment. In here. Okay. Legion Mars. It's called @join Legion Mars. All in one. Here. What one are you? Flowvid. Yeah. Brilliant. Brilliant. So we get Flicker Wisp in and we'll get Viper. Fantastic. So we're putting a no builder on just in case they want to hide their builds. My name's Zergmatic on this one. I don't really play NA that much anymore, but I used to play. I did enjoy playing against the likes of Pig, Cedar, you name it. I played in Future on NA. There were some very good times. So we're in the game and already set up. Guys, Flicker Wisp from Legion versus RNG Pros and Team Ghostu's representative, Viper. If some of your friends are not watching and they're part of the same group, get them on here because Viper and Flicker Wisp need all of your energy. Boys and girls in the chat, be prepared because in a couple of moments, they're going to tell me they're ready. And when they tell me they're ready, we're going to go in. We need one more player to say it. And we'll jump straight in. Boys and girls, let me know who you think is going to win this match. The Canadians or the people from US of A. Viper now. Waiting, patiently waiting. Let's have a look in the chat. Eraser says Viper. Money is on Colin, said Battle Frog. So that is 1 vote apiece. Pastry on Colin. Yeah, Colin is Flickerus. Good luck, have fun. Brilliant. So they're both ready. We're starting the game.
Sides of the audience, so
That's good.
let's see.
That's always good when they're rooting for different players, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always good. That you gotta cheer for somebody, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, my guy's gonna win. What? No, my guy's gonna win.
Guys in the chat, be prepared to BM whoever loses this one in terms of whoever they're getting supported by, because right now we're coming into this match.
All right, on the bottom left, our Protoss brother, from another mother. It is representing LG. What?
Legion.
Is that you
Legion, yeah.
guys- Okay.
I believe it's
Representing
Legion.
It is Flipper Wisp.
Oh, buddy.
Flicker Wisp.
It's hard to say, isn't it? I generally
I
almost
said Flipper.
Well, Flippery Wisp is going to be playing somebody from Team Gosu, someone that's representing Risen from the Gosu Pro. It is the one Zerg, the aggressive Zerg, as we see the gas first Viper. Ooh, dirty boy. Paul's coming down, the gas is coming down. What we thinking here? We thinking roaches, Massling? Have a guess. Speedlings. Oh, look, you can tell by the way Florencio said that. He's like, oh, I don't like this already. I'm feeling this a bit for Flickerwisp, but at the moment he's going for the gateway expand on the bottom, using the gateway as the wall off. You see the probe coming in, and he is going to scout it. How would you react to seeing this? An early. Oh, look at that drone.
Here he goes. He's like, oh.
Look at that
How
drone.
fast is this?
Oh. Look at the drone boiler. That was a brilliant sidestep.
Sneak. Quarterback sneak.
Wow. That was really nice. Good.
See the sneaky drone to try to get that hatchery before the probe can come and take that pylon.
Now this is huge for a number of ways in the guys in the chat. So Flickerwisp will not be able to scout unless he hides this probe. What exactly is following up with these links? It's got to be a roach warren. Because he's continuing on the gassy. It's got to. I can't imagine it's a bane in this. It's got to be a roach warren that comes down.
I don't think it's a bane in this either. I think
roach warren, yep. Oh, and he's got to deny this vision here. Now he's going for warp gate. That puts him significantly behind here because you can't get warp gate if your opponent is going for roaches. However, Colin does not know this. Flickerwisp is in trouble already. Adept coming first. He needs the robo down as soon as he can, but he doesn't see what his opponent's doing. So if he goes for a Twilight, I'm sorry, guys. This could be a very short game here because Viper, 21 to 22 supply at the moment with the Roach Warren coming down. He's going to make 3 Roaches, turn them into Ravagers, and make a lot of these Zerglings right now. What would you do? What would you do here? What would you do? Oh, he's gone for the Twilight.
Honestly, I would have been cannon rushing his hatchery or didn't have on block his hatchery. So I wouldn't be in this position. But in this position, if I was him, I'd just make sure I scout. I keep finding it, whether it be a sentry. What is his scout? Normally they'll send like the adepts to scout, or they'll send like a sentry hallucination to scout. I'm a scouter if I'm macroing. I gotta find some way to scout.
Absolutely.
Because right now with the pool first, there's always a chance of bailing Ling. There's a high probability of Ling being, but there's also could be Roach Ravager. The fact that that's the case, having a expansion,
is this a full wall?
Weakness. Yeah.
Is this a full wall?
Oh, this isn't a full wall. This is you can get in from the side.
I think so.
Up to the gateway.
Oh my god, DTs are on their way. DTs are on the way, and it's going to be the 3 Roaches and Mass Ling. Called it, absolutely called it. And Viper is going to be pushing across the map with a lot of Lings here. But the DT Shrine is not going to be done. If the DT Shrine is done, he could hold this. Flickerwisp has to hold.
You can see the DT Shrine with the Overlord, so let's see if...
Oh my god, he's in so much trouble. He's got 6 army supply to 28. There is absolutely no chance the Flickerwisp will... Look how many Lings are coming. Oh my god. This could be a quick exit for Colin.
Dark didn't even have a chance.
Oh, Viper!
You could see that attack.
Oh,
the DT
Viper.
didn't make it.
The DTs were not even close to being finished, and that, boys and girls, was a very sad end to Colin's run right there. Very, very sad end.